Welcome to the Panic Button. I'm Nina. So, if you're a trans person and you're going out in public and you get misgendered constantly, chances are it's not everyone else, it's you. And that's why we're reacting to today's video, Lilytino, getting misgendered at a winery. Let's go. It's never surprising, is it?
Me and my girlfriend were going to a wine castle and we sat down for our tasting. And at first they were just very rude and didn't really answer our questions and we didn't really feel welcome.
First off, it's hard to feel bad for someone who their job is to go to different restaurants and travel in order to get misgendered. Because we all know that this guy is just grifting. Lilytino, aka Nick. So Nicky Boy here, he has a lot of money because he does well on TikTok. TikTok is pretty much the place where people like him, organophiles, can go and act like jackasses and make money doing it. Meanwhile, gender critical people like myself who don't want these kind of fellas in female-only spaces and don't accept them as trans people, we get muted, blocked, shut down on TikTok. So this fella, he makes a killing on TikTok, and he makes enough money to be able to travel all around and go to different restaurants. Meanwhile, most people are struggling and can barely afford McDonald's. So right off the bat, the guy's coming off like an asshat.
Our server said, "Yes, sir," when I was asking some questions. And I said, "Oh, no, I'm actually not a sir." And
I was thinking about this too. If he's going to a winery, let's say it's like an Italian winery. Well, most Italians, like myself, we don't deal with crap like this guy. Like this guy puts out all the time. We don't deal with it. If we see a man, we're gonna call him a man. This guy don't look like a woman, he looks like a man who's a crossdresser. So obviously, like an old Italian woman would be like, "Oh, you look like a man. You don't look like a female. You look like a scary man. You're very scary." This is what my great-grandmother would say, or my grandmother would say if they came into contact with a fella like this, who just wants to control everyone's speech. You know, there are people in this world, a lot of them female, who will be nice to this guy and say that he passes and call him a female, but everyone knows this guy's just grifting. And he's not a woman. He's just a crossdresser, creepy one at that. Ah.
And instead of apologizing, or I don't know what else you would do other than apologize, they just walked away, did not acknowledge what I said.
Why would someone apologize for accurately clocking you, sir? I'm going to apologize because I accurately saw that you were a guy. Now you're going into their business. I would assume that they would be a little bit more pleasant. But I think there's come a point in this world where people are just done. They're done with it. They're sick and tired of these men coming in and doing the "it's ma'am" thing. The look at me as if I'm a woman, and if you don't, I'm going to cause a fuss and I'm going to cause a commotion because you're not seeing what I'm seeing. So pretty much you're not seeing that I'm crazy, or you're seeing that I'm crazy, and instead of buying into my crazy, you're buying into reality. And apparently this offends creepy guys like this. But I'm glad that we're getting to a point where people are saying, you know what, I don't need to be nice to you. I don't have to buy into your delusion in order for you to be in my restaurant or whatever. I don't need to do that. We don't need to do this. And the fact that you're trying to control my speech and then trying to shame me or get me canceled, more and more people, they're done. They're saying, you know what? I would rather you leave, and I would rather lose out on the money of you being a customer than having to bow down to your psychotic idea of what a woman is. Which, mind you, this kind of all started from MAPS, minor attracted people, and creepy, voyeuristic, male chauvinistic misogynists, like Nick here.
Just walked away. We saw the server like whispering to a manager, and a few minutes later, the manager came over and, really big smile, not acknowledging at all that the misgender had happened. And I say, "Hey, look, the last person, they misgendered me and that really hurt." And they just...
Oh my God, please, it really hurt. Okay, first of all, he says words like, "I am a woman," right? So obviously we know that that's crazy. So we're not going to take him seriously. So when he says that hurt my feelings, we know that he's still in his delusion and it's not real. So not only is his being a woman not real, but his feelings of being hurt is not real. Obviously, this guy would rather treat people like crap than be kind or just let it go. Just let it go. But he doesn't want to let it go because that would ruin the grift. That would ruin that. So he has to keep going. Eventually, he's going to come into contact with someone who is not having a good day, who he will push, and he'll get a fist in the face, knocking out teeth. And so instead of going to restaurants, he's going to be paying for constructive dental surgery, which I'm fine with because I don't want to see guys like this out in public. Because when I see them, I think of Nick. I don't think of kind trans people. I think of guys like him who are going out into public in order to make strangers' lives miserable. And it's crazy he gets paid to do that.
Walked away, and the manager said, oh, well, some people just aren't as progressive as you. And then they gave us a nice little chocolate that suggested they wanted our money but didn't want to say sorry. So we left and got a full refund. It's one thing to get misgendered and then get an apology, but it's another thing to get misgendered and then be told that it's okay and not to worry about it, and here's a chocolate.
Why is it not okay and to not worry about it? What are you going to do? You're going to cry? You're going to go to the manager doesn't care. Are you going to email the company? What? Like, this guy's nothing but a giant fool. And it's only a matter of time before these guys get their comeuppance. And I am so excited. I'm so excited because we need to bully. I think it's time. I think it's time we bring back shame. And we bring back a little bit of bullying. Because for a long time, we have retracted the shame and bullying from society. And because of that, asshats like this guy are running rampant, making people's lives miserable and causing chaos for no reason other than to just be an asshole. You ever meet those people where you're just out in public and someone is they just want to be an asshole just to be an asshole? That's Nick. Nick's that way. And I'm very surprised he has a girlfriend, which is probably just a dude in a dress. So, yeah. You can't just go around expecting people to adhere to your beliefs. Because, religious people used to do that a while back. Some of them still do. And nobody buys it. Nobody gives a shit. You could say, well, geez, don't swear in this restaurant. That offends me and that hurts my feelings because I believe that Jesus said don't swear. People won't care. That's not my belief. I don't give a shit if you feel hurt for some invisible man in the sky. So this is like the same thing, except the trans ideology, the gender ideology shit. It's evil. It's sick. It doesn't benefit anyone. It's destroyed a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of children, a lot of institutions, and it's continuing to do so. And that's why so many people are fed up and just don't want to deal with people like this. I'd rather lose your business and not see your ugly face, sir. So thanks. And this is the end of the video. And this is where I say like and subscribe and all that stuff. Join our membership. Share this video and have a good one.
Cuts me every time.